day, another vlog. How are you all on this Sunday evening? Hope you're all well rested or drunk or whatever, out in the terps in town if you're home. The Sunday night session. Hope you're enjoying yourselves anyway on this weekend. Last weekend of the year. Yeah, hope you've got everything planned and ready to go for the New Year's, and it's all going to be happening. Exciting week for everyone on the planet that we call home. Hey, not a super lot of news in there, but I thought I'd go through a couple of things. I've got the video I had to take down last night's video and refix it. The edits I put in for the sound had stuffed up. My bad. As I said, I'm learning. For some reason, I mustn't have saved them, whatever. Had them all in there, and then I thought I'd done it when I did the render, but didn't happen. Best laid plans of mice and men, I think they say. So I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, I went home, quickly jumped on the computer, chucked all the edits back on them, which luckily I've got a preset from the sound, which works out really well. So it only took me like 20 minutes to get it, and then I had to render it for another hour and a half. So I thought, stuff it, I'll do that, and then I just took the video down and put it back up. Unfortunately, you can't swap on YouTube, so if you put a video and you want to re-upload it to keep it in the same spot and all your views, you can't do it. So you either have a double up or you lose it. So I just decided it's going to be there for a long time. I'd rather just get rid of it and fix it and do it right. So it's up there now, and that's the version now. It's only like the last minute and a half or something when I'm chatting and coming down the stairs, but you could barely hear me. It had just all the voices dropped out. So I fixed all that up. So now you can watch it all the way through to the end. I hope you did anyway, but at least now you'll be able to understand me. I don't want like that. So yeah, that's good. A bit of a lesson learned, double check and triple check. I think I was on about a 6-hour edit, so that last night, so I probably should have just left it another day and come back and recheck my work. I think I've just tried to rush it a bit too much. Unfortunately, that's life, isn't it? Mr. Beast. Let's talk about Mr. Beast. If you don't know Mr. Beast, go check him out. Really nice young bloke. Made his millions in Bitcoin, and then made even more millions on YouTube. Got over 20 million followers now. They had a joke when they got to 20 million, they should plant a tree for every one of their subscribers. Well, they started that off as a video, and it steamrolled, and heaps of the big YouTubers and celebrities got behind him, and they had until I think January 31st was their goal. They smashed that yesterday. So 20 million trees, they've got all the money there. So just a small group of people that had a good idea come out, and they've changed. You'd have to say they changed the planet. That's pretty good to plant 20 million trees. It's an amazing thing. I'm sure a government agency it'd take it about 10 years, a couple of $1 million. It'd cost you bloody $1 million just in people to tell you how to do the job before, and then you'd have to hire a department, and then you go through councils and all this. Well, Mr. Beast did it all in a month and a half, or under a month. Yeah, about a month and a half, I think, since it started. So very, very good. Huge shout out to all those people that did it. That's an amazing thing to organise all that. He had a lot of support from some other big YouTubers, which is awesome. Good to see them all back in a really good idea, especially in the wake of what happened in the Amazon this year. Just give that little bit back to Mother Earth is awesome. And he's said in the video where he came out to thank everyone that he wants to continue it on. It's not just a once-off thing. That 20 Million Trees Foundation is going to go on. He wants to do something every year. So whether it'll be trees again next year or something else to help the planet. But it really, as I said, awesome to see. I said the other day, he's a really nice guy. Just seems like he just wants to help people. He's obviously had a bit of luck in his life, and he wants to share that luck and help people either become better or to get out of a hard situation, which is an amazing thing I think he's only like 22, so it's an amazing guy, really great attitude. As I said, he's multi-millionaire, so he doesn't need to do anything for anyone. All his best mates are his guys that work with him, so he's got his best mates with him to help him along, so that's good. I'm sure that's enjoyable for him, having someone to share it with, all the fun. But yeah, so fantastic, and big ups to him. That's awesome. Great job. 20 million trees. That's friggin' amazing. Apple. There's some funny things I've seen on YouTube tonight. When they come out with the event, the new phones are slowfie, so your front-facing camera has slow-mo now. So Apple's doing a bit of advertising. They've got, I think there's 4 videos, the slowfies, and it's pretty funny. There's a couple of funny ones. There's a guy bloody going like this and all that, and doing the sort of sexy rain sort of a dance, and he's in the sprinkler and his full outfit with his phone get wet. So it sort of shows off the phone's waterproof to 2 meters. The slowfies, you can see it's all that. It's pretty funny. It's a little bit of a light-hearted take at themselves, so that's pretty cool. Good way to advertise it, I guess, that feature, and yeah, something different. So I thought I'd just chuck that one in there. Now, TV shows. Henry Cavill, Superman. If you haven't seen him, I'm sure most people will know about him. He's got a new series out, The Witcher, based on basically that Vin Diesel movie, The Witcher. So I was a bit hesitant, looked sort of, but actually it's been pretty good. I'm in about 4 episodes. I watched this swing, and it's going pretty good. It's not a bad show. He's basically, I think they sort of changed up, and he's basically got some sort of a witching powers and magical some powers, but he's like an honourable knight, I guess, going through the Dark Ages. So it's all different things each show. So that series, if you need something to watch, sort of Game of Thronesy, I guess, because now that's all gone. It's actually definitely a really good show. He does a good job. He plays a good part. Some other really good actors in there do some job. There's a young girl in there. She's a magician. She's like a hunchback, a deformed young girl. She's got a hunchback and all that, but she's some super powerful magician. Yeah, all sorts in there. It's a good series. Definitely once you watch that first show, sort of get into it. So definitely worth watching if you're in that if you need a bit of a TV binge for you while you're on holidays. Something good to watch. Now this next one is the Nokia 9 PureView. PureView. Sorry, I'll speak English. You may not have seen it before. It's a camera that's got 5 lenses on the back. It's a little bit different. It came out early in the year, so it's sort of gone a little bit unnoticed. And it's actually pretty interesting what they've done. It's a collaboration with Light. If you haven't heard of Light, just Google that. They made a camera, basically like a big rectangle, a little bit bigger than a Max phone, but thicker. Had 16 cameras on it, and it takes one photo with all 16 cameras. Does an in-house stitch to stitch it all together to give you a high-resolution image with good, really awesome depth of field and all that sort of stuff. That didn't really take off as well as probably what they were hoping. I think they're still around, Light, and they've done this collab with Nokia. It came out early in the year, and in America it's now discontinued, actually, from the review I've seen on it. It's actually still for sale in Australia, so you might be able to get it actually cheap. If you're looking for just like a portable camera to run around, you don't want to, maybe not a GoPro, you might be able to get it on eBay. I haven't looked on eBay, I should have done that. I'll suss that out and let you know tomorrow. But yeah, basically, so you've got 5 cameras, 2 of them are colour, 3 are black and white. Now the black and white gives you a really good depth of field and good focusing, and the colours there as well. So it basically takes one photo, these 5 images, all the same focal lengths with all 1.8s, f1.8s, so you don't get a telephoto or wide or anything like that, you just get one photo. But what it'll do is just stitch all those five photos together. It can do it to RAW, so you can shoot RAW straight off the phone, which is pretty darn cool. And it's also instant HDR as soon as you stitch it together if you want it that way as well. It's got a few things. The phone itself, it's probably not worth worrying about. It's an old processor, so it does take a while to stitch those photos together. And that was its biggest down point. It used an old 845 Snapdragon instead of a new one. So they may update it to get a better processor, which will make it quicker, so you can do more there is a bit of a delay, he said, from when you take the photo to how long you can actually use it, so that was a bit disappointing. Small battery too, 3200 milliamps. It does have fast charging, but if you could get one cheap, I think it'd be really handy just to chuck in a pocket if you're out and you just want to get some good photos, a little bit better and it's only cheap too, so it's heaps cheaper than an iPhone. If you just need that portable sort of a camera phone type scenario, you can take some calls, but if you're more into the photography side, this might be a good cheap option for you. And I said, eBay, you're probably going to get it cheap because it looks like it's going to get discontinued, which means you'll be able to get one. Now they're pretty good, Nokia, in regards to software and updates and all that, so I don't think it's something that's just going to be useless in a year or two. So it should last you 4 or 5 years, but having that actual camera setup, which is a really, I guess, underrated camera setup, will be quite actually beneficial for you guys that are just out and about and want to get a quick photo and you don't have your big gear with your proper cameras. This photo is something different, so I'll chuck a photo on the thumbnail. You can check that out, and very interesting. And I'll do a bit of research on eBay and see if there's anything secondhand, or you can get them cheap if they're going out. But definitely something to keep an eye on, and if not, also check out Light, the main one. You do a bit more if you want a bit more understanding of how it all works. Go to Light, because they're the guys that sort of designed it. They are using Zeiss lenses, or they're teaming up with Zeiss, so it might not be a Zeiss lens, but it might be just their technology. So it's got a few good things going for it in the actual regards to the camera. And that's about it. I'm gonna finish off my smoko, and I'm going to do some more research for me break. I've got a trip down the southwest of WA. I'm planning all the spots I want to go and get some photos of, so keep going. More stuff to do, never stops. Rightio guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope this week is fun and you get to celebrate it with your loved ones and your family and friends. I get home on New Year's Day, so I start the year by getting the hell out of here. So we're all looking forward to that here, getting off site, and we all start a new year together, not on site. So that's good. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you're going that way, or that way, we'll see you all again tomorrow. Stay safe. Peace.